The watchword after last weekend was frustration, really.
Yeah. I think there was frustration there, but I think fairly after the game, I kind of put a little bit of context to it, and as frustrating as it was, as unjust that it was, and I think I'm fair in saying that. I think we came out of a really good week, and if someone would have said to us with the 2 long trips and 2 tough away games that we would have took 7 points, we would have been at ease with that. So as frustrating as it was, we looked past that, and unfortunately there was nothing we could do to affect that last 400 minutes that were added on. If I allow myself to think about it, I'll still get angry with it, because it was it just didn't make sense. Even when we asked him after for the calculations, his calculations didn't add up. So it's just one of them moments. It's football. We've like after every game you have to do a report. I filed a report. Still not heard anything back. So we move on. It's forgotten. We've had a really good week. We've had a really positive week. Really good week on training ground. So we're excited for a big game Saturday.
I guess it all comes down to the age-old argument that all you're looking for is consistency. Because I was up at Darlington where there was a bad injury in added time, and there was no extra time added on for that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. I think that's my biggest thing to the officials, and you have your meetings in the summer with the head of the officials and the rest of the managers, and you hear a lot of talk. And the one thing everybody says is just be consistent with the output. I think we've had it a few times this season where you get certain referees that allow the game to flow and not giving any fouls, and then all of a sudden they start giving fouls, so players and staff get lost, they don't know where they stand. And I think for me it's knowing the rules. As balmy as that is, we've been told on a number of occasions if there's added time it won't be added on. Like you say, the example there, we've had examples of that where there's added time, but it's not. It's the whatever minute it is you play that, but then Saturday it changes. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they don't know the rules. I don't know if we've got the rules wrong. I don't know if there isn't a rule. It's a foxhole you can get lost in. So yeah, we can't affect that. It's something that we're going to have to deal with. It's nothing new. I think it's been the same for a few years. We deal with ourselves and what we can affect and control, and fortunately there's a lot of things that we can control, so we'll focus on that.
Moving on, it must have been good to have had a week with no midweek game.
Yeah, it's been amazing, to be honest with you. I think until you actually take a step back and look at how intense the start of the season's been, because you get caught up in it, you don't realise how, one, little time you've had on the training ground, but two, how intense the schedule's been. It's been full on, and having a good few days to sit back and review has been nice, and there's loads of things that we feel we can get better at, loads of things we feel we're doing well. We've got a good points total at the minute, and it's put us in a real good pace now to push on, and getting back on the training ground for some work has been priceless.
The FA Cup then, I suppose, brings almost a natural break in the league season. You just almost answered this anyway, but I guess so far so good in terms of the league.
Yeah, look, I think we're always going to want more. I think that's just the nature of the football club. It's the nature of my personality. It's the nature of the team. We've got high expectations of ourselves, and we're always going to want to push for more. I feel like we should have more points on the board for what we've delivered, but at the same time, to only lose one game in the first run of games, we're really pleased with. So I think I can see steps happening of us moving forward, which is always a positive sign as a coach. And I think the optimistic thing for me is there's so much more to come from this group, which is really, really pleasing, because we're in a strong position and we've still got a lot of gears we've got to kick through. So excited for the bigger picture, excited for the weekend. I love the FA Cup, so yeah, we're ready to roll.
On to the FA Cup, and I think every manager I've ever interviewed in the last 30 years always says the league is the number one priority, but nonetheless a nice little run in the cup. It brings a few quid in obviously, but it raises the profile a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I want a cup run. I'll be open with that. I really want a cup run, especially in this cup. I think it's got a lot of history, it's traditional, and it gives you memories, and it takes you places. So we'll treat it as a league game, we'll treat it as the next game that we want to win. Everything will be the same: preparation, focus, mindset. We're going there to win, so no, the cup competition is important.
And effectively, it is a league game because, of course, they're in the same division.
Yeah, I think that's the only. I would have preferred a proper cup tie where you're playing someone from another level, because I think that throws all different kinds of obstacles. I think the fact that it is a team from the same league is probably makes it more of a smoother preparation, because it's nothing really changes, and we get to see them because we have platforms available where we can watch games, etc. So it's not tough to get hold of footage. So it makes the process of preparation easier. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a tough game, another local derby, so it'll be a good atmosphere. We know what to expect from them, and we're looking forward to going there.
It's a nice setup there, actually, isn't it, at Telford?
Yeah, a little bit like Ash, to be fair. Lovely pitch, lovely stadium. But at the end of the day, it's a cup competition, and I want us to create that cup atmosphere, because it is different. The cup is different. It's you've got to go guns blazing. Last thing we want to replay, so we're going guns blazing for it. We want to attack the game. Watching them, they're a very good side. You can see why they got promoted. They've got lots of threats, but we'll try and isolate the weaknesses. So yeah, it should be a good occasion.
As you know, I saw you at Kingsley and you picked up a few injuries there. Did you pick up a few more last weekend as well?
No, we're finally fully stocked. Touch wood at this point. At this point in time, everybody's back in action. Everybody's raring to go. We've got a couple that we might be precaution with just to give them an extra week's training, but if people have to play on Saturday, everyone can play Saturday. So medical team have been great getting everyone up to scratch, and it'll be nice to have a full quota.
Does that include your longer term ones?
That's everyone, yeah.
Excellent, so you're all head and hearty. You've got a selection headache of the right kind then?
It's a great headache, yeah. And like I say, because we want to... We've got some important people, and having the squad fully fit, it gives pressure on people to perform, and it's a fight for shirts. But at the same time, I want to make sure everybody's completely clear in their own mind that they're right, because as a footballer, sometimes you want them extra few days training in your legs to make sure you feel psychologically right as well as physically right. So we'll have them chats tomorrow, but as we stand at the minute, everybody's clean but half.
I know you said at times this season it's going to be like horses for courses in terms of the opposition you're coming up against. Mm-hmm. In your own mind now, do you know your preferred starting 11?
Oh, I wouldn't say I've got one, to be honest with you. I think that'd be disrespectful to the squad. I think there's people that have performed to a certain level at the minute that have earned a shirt. I think some people have a lot more to come in terms of their performance levels, but as much as I will at times go horses for courses, I've said it before, it's players' jobs to make that a no-no for me. If players are performing at a consistently high level, then I won't change it. If it's a 5, 6, 7 performance, you give me the option. If I think it's a horses for courses game, then I will change it. But I still think we've got a lot of players in this squad that have got a lot more to give, and there's a lot more to come from them. And like I said about the team, I'm excited for that. I think getting back on the training ground this week and clearing up a few things has been really helpful to everyone. I think when you're caught in the run of games, it's hard to really work on things, and you're doing a lot of analysis and video work and hoping players get the messages from that, where they're human beings, and some players don't learn like that. Some players have to do and be dragged around the pitch. So we've managed to do that over the last week, and I think it's put people in a good place. So we'll see on Saturday if I'm right. But it's for people to grab the shirts. We've got a lot of good competition, and especially now people are fit. So it's up to people to take the shirt.